for the Molotov to try and keep them there or just try and bring some people back away from B, but it wasn't going to happen. Fnatic were adamant.
Yeah, North running out of a couple of options at that point, kind of just forced to try and make something happen. And JW this time playing again through towards water, just going to try and make a play happen through short. Why not try and get an early position? Maybe watch some of the angles. He's got the smoke there for a couple more seconds, but by that time that dissipates, you've got someone like Config kind of waiting in the wings to go. You can see the battle's about to go down, and AZ's getting so much room to work with. MSL took this route before.
Insane.
And now Magisk just gets the drop on JW. That's a shame. Maybe hoping there's going to be a bit of a better angle there held between the two of them with Crims, but it's not to be the case. Now AZ can secure this side. The problem being, it was Flusher, but he predicted him. But I don't think the prediction's enough at this point. There's 4 players for North, but where does MSL take them toward?
And that's a lot of information that AZ managed to gain there as well. A lighter presence, very much a deeper hole for Fnatic over on the A side. Less players, perhaps at B. And now that's what North perhaps want to even test. Olaf drops down in towards Pit. Not sure if he's going to receive a push from Monster yet or not. And North are taking their time on this one. They're bringing the bomb. MSL's joining the rest of the team. And a Molotov thrown by Fnatic will have no effect at this stage, as North are more than happy to spend a few seconds to set up. Yeah,
time's going to be a problem, though. You've got 40 seconds. Any kind of hiccup in that hit that you're about to plan is going to pretty much thwart the whole thing. And it's Monster that's going to be the main point of this position. And now Olaf is going to take the peak, but it's Cajun B who waits, and he gets the shot first. Now, Crims has to respect this, has to back away and hope that Flusher can help him out here. And Flusher is en route. With the bomb going down, there's limited options, and Crims takes the fight that he can't win.
Smoke as well makes it very hard for Flusher to do anything about this. North had 2 smokes and a flash, and they've used almost all of those very effectively. Cajun still has a smoke, but he won't need to use it here. And look, pushing out a Monster, both angles were covered there by North. They had the players to give them the most robust approach. If there was a player holding close right, like JW was earlier on, he would have been down. It was actually a player left this time. Again, all covered. There was no utility from Fnatic. They couldn't get the timing cadence from North on that push to really do anything about it.
Yeah, so far as well, Magisk is having a great game. His ADR's pretty high as well. He's going to be hitting up there pretty heavy, so above a kill around at this point, kind of a kill and a half, if you want to look at it that way. So he's certainly doing well for himself. We'll see if that keeps up at this point. Again, this round should be a nice bit of farming for them. Where's this play? Where's that going to go from Config?
He gets the molly this time around. No early push for JW. Flusher going deep. Now, this is kind of what North were waiting for in the prior round, or 2 rounds ago when they were sat just like this inside playground. Flusher has heard nothing, though, and there's no real reason for him to suspect anyone close. It's not uncommon to have an AWP player in playground for a while as well. Flusher is the only player at A, or over on the upper levels here, for Fnatic right now.
Yeah, if you go towards water at this point, there's a lot of eyes on you. You've got JW, Olaf, and Crims. So North do like to fall back to B. We've seen that actually quite regularly, and now they're going to be encouraged, if anything, to do so. AZ falls, and that might quicken the pace that they're going to try and hit this site with, but it's going to be tricky. There's no one pushing up on short, and you've got 2 players there, if not more for Fnatic, and 1 on the flank. This could be huge, and North could be in trouble. There's not much weaponry with Fnatic. That's the one thing, but they can still make a good fight of it, and Crims is going to do just that. Gets the tag on 1 as well, so follows up nicely and leaves it in this 2v2. And JW, you know you're going to do it. You know you're going to do it. It was Config. He could have gone for that knife. That would have been so beautiful juicy. Irony.
Oh, it would have been so juicy. It's a 1v2 situation. Magisk, now, things falling apart for North in this round. 1 player in upper, and JW just on the other side. Magisk not able to get it done. And JW, sure, doesn't collect his 1500 from the backstab, but collects the round. I just would have been so good, though, really. Like, humble pie to the max, served up from the man himself. Not to be. We can move on. No, it's 7 rounds in, 3-4 North. Marginal lead.
Yeah, but North playing this kind of like really hyper-passive game at times and then slowly working their way in towards the side. Give up so much map control as well. We were seeing, obviously, Fnatic abusing that. You saw, you know, the push around, everyone on the flank reading the gameplay very early. A preemptive smoke there towards Monster as well coming through. So now a quick hit from North going to respond in kind, I guess, to Fnatic now. So they're going to have to deal with the pressure, but they don't expect the boost. JW gets a peek above, finds Config, and now the others start to fall. This is a problem. They got the bomb plant, but they can't contest this.
And Olaf is controlling so well from upper now, and North are out of this round, essentially. Well, they've got a Mac 10 and a Tech 9. That's about it. So, with the bomb being down, North collect themselves a little bit of a sum, bit of a consolation, as it were. But for Magisk, who's going to be go to jail and do not collect 200. Or will it be? He pushes on the other side, gets 2. Not quite the 3rd, but close. Up close, that Mac 10 definitely doing a lot of damage. And now, Cajun B, not nearly as lucky. None of his shots connecting, and that defuse will be coming through here from Fnatic. A moment, perhaps, just a glimpse, but Magisk was not able to convert.
Watching Olaf Meister play this map is always an enjoyable one. Boost or not, it doesn't matter. He's always just so crisp on that B side. Gets a little closer before falls the scoreline. This is nice from Fnatic. Good recovery. Money's decent. Now got the double AWP as well. Dennis sitting on that one and JW on the other. I'm not sure if they any have better spawns than each other. So JW is going to take it over towards B. You've got Dennis going towards long. So let's see what North have in store. They have so little to play with. One smoke on Magisk this time. Set up the... It's been a weakness before. They've had AZ running and you've had MSL running it. Now this time I'm watching it, but doesn't land the shot. So now Dennis gets, a second bite of the cherry.
He doesn't hang around too long because he knows Flush is going to be here to clean up. Or will he? Pick that one up. And a boost up for KGB with his newly minted M4. Nothing to be found from the spam there, and Fnatic start to just group up a little bit on towards A. JW finds config here as well. North obviously very lightly armoured. In fact, pretty much not at all with the exception of Magisk.
I don't think they can rotate faster than Fnatic right now, but it's still a nice idea. If they can buy a little bit of time for those three players who are up on A, maybe they can possibly overwhelm Crims, but Crims is good at these sort of things. He was known for kind of being able to hold solo sites, and he's very much alone here. This is certainly not a solo site, but this is the type of player you'd want in it. Let's see if he gets, I guess, overconfident, over peaks. It's about timing now and how he reads this one out. If you're Fnatic, you're starting to wonder what's going on here, and he certainly does. He takes a bit of a wide step out by Monster, and this is going to surely be a... He does have the M4 still, but crossing towards the site is not going to be easy when there's still two AWPs up for play. And it's not even the AWP to follow up with the kill, it's just the Tech 9. JW's hands will do the job just fine.
Yeah, Crims was hoping there as well just to use distance to his advantage up against the pistols of North, but Cajun, of course, had that M4. Still not going to be enough. North able to inflict a little bit of damage there, maybe leave a scratch on Fnatic, but they are in the lead now. They maintain the double AWP setup as well. North coming in with one here for Cajun B. And we'll see if they want to speed things up a little bit here, or do they just try and play for picks, because they have been, a slow roll into a build-up, into an attempt at taking sight so far, and not always working out the way they'd like.
That's certainly not the start you'd want
That
either.
hurts.
Cajun B on 67, but this time North keeping map presence, but it still doesn't work out. Flush has found one. He's going to follow up comfortably. MSL gets punished for that. And, well, at this point, North are being shredded here, and it must be frustrating as Flush is going to close down, does not back away, does not step off from peeking out towards Party, and he's certainly having one.
He shouldn't win that as well. If Flush is already backing off, he's backpedaling there as well, and then just plants his feet when he sees MSL go for it there. Realistically, MSL, you'd think, would be in a perfect position to get that refrag, but it was not to be. And MSL had an excellent first map of the night.
Just a reminder as well, Fnatic now have strung 4 rounds together. They really are getting to the swing of things here. The start off was good for North. Once they turned that second round, that was the interesting factor, but now it's getting a little bit tougher, and these flashes coming in, the volleys are good for North, but it doesn't matter. They're not getting the frags, they're not getting to the site. Fnatic fall back well, they read the plan well, and they hit the shots even better.
Crims and Olaf Meister, the deadly duo. Never really want to push into them in on any map, in any situation, and, well, this situation, no exception, I suppose. And credit to Crims there as well. Molotov was thrown pretty much straight at his feet while he was at barrels and hung around at least for that first frag. Took a appreciable chunk of damage, but knew his limits and knew when to back away, and let Olaf Meister do the rest.
All right, what's the game plan, MSL? How are you going to get when they've had money? At least I want to see how they get around. Now they've got money. Now they've got the AWP on Cajun B. How are you going to try and get this one sorted? Dennis going for a bit of a different approach here. Last time he was playing long on the AWP as well. See if he wants to actually take the fight here. He's now in a bit of a predicament. He can't comfortably back away. They could be close. He's not too sure. He's going to have to take a bit of a gamble either way he goes about this. And he does want to take the fight, and he wins it. Great stuff for him, and now he can try and readjust. You've got JW doing the same. We talk about aggressive AWPing generally from one player, let alone two now.
And that's not even that aggressive by JW standards there as well. You see he's been trying to rush towards Monster, or sort of in towards Canals most rounds. Sometimes North have got a Molotov there for him to catch him on his way through. This time he either waited or there wasn't one there. Either way, didn't get the kill from it. But they're stacking towards long here. Fnatic trying to get a positive trade, but no. It's a 2 for 2. Flusher getting 2, but North had the players there to respond, and Cajun B will step forward and scoop the bomb up.
Now, let's see how far Config can get. If he can maybe secure somewhere on B, this is great. But the problem is that Crims is still here. He does not want to let this go because there's still a chance this could happen. Now, Cajun B is making the rotate right about now. Dennis is actually doing the same as well for Fnatic. He's heading over because Config spot out Crims. Here comes the flash, and one in return. They both blind each other, so equal so far. And KGB is still en route. It's a long rotate, but the support is there. The backup's there. JW's clearing toilets as we speak, so they know what the game plan is now.
Config's already so deep on this site, though. There's not actually going to be any help from KGB. He would have had to do it on his own anyway, but he makes it work. Now, Dennis, things get a little bit more stressful for him. It's 2 AWPs for Fnatic on this, well, eventually retake attempt, and with the smoke, KGB able to move towards the site and plant the bomb. It's going to be JW to flank through short.
Double up retake, not too easy, but the lineup looked good then almost for Dennis. Oh, you do get worried when you see these players going for sorts of shots like that, but now, how do you find your way back in? You've got flashes, you've got mollies.
Oh.
But still, the angle works for KGB. The tag comes through. This is so tight. This is a ridiculous situation. Config's the most mobile of them all at this point, and Dennis slowly creeps his way in. He can't get the shot in time, and now it's JW in the 1v2. Essence is time at this point, and now JW is dancing around the center of the site, and he cannot make this happen. He's going to have to back away from this one. He knows it as well. Oh, my God. Get wrecked, KGB. That's not fun, but it doesn't matter at this point. They've got the round, finally breaking the back of what was a string of rounds coming in for Fnatic.
Yeah, North needed that one, no doubt about it. That was disgusting from JW. Even Molotov's himself slightly as he tries to back away, but of course this is the Crims Olofmeister do-si-do maneuver. Just giving ground to push in towards them. 7-5, a strong CT half right now for Fnatic, but North have enough money to buy up here after a successful round. However, Fnatic built a buffer. Just the one AWP coming in this time for JW.
And there's a difference. Olofmeister's over with Flusher and Dennis, so they're going to switch things up here. They've gone for 3 over by A, 2 over by B, so maybe expecting this, maybe just wanted to switch something up, and Dennis about to be fed. He only gets 1, and the trades come in. This is good for the T side. They can keep this up, but would you expect Olofmeister? He has not been here before, and they certainly don't expect it, but KGB adjusts so quickly. And now North are wondering, was this a stack? Is there something going on? Why were there 3 players here? Now we need to take a little bit of time, but we have an advantage.
It's just a weird timing there as well. Dennis was not in an optimal position to hold that angle, actually. He couldn't have gone neither left or right to break line of sight. To be fair, the play that he took down initially, I think it was MSL, had a nade in hand, so it kind of worked for both.
Look at Crims as well. Fnatic are in kind of interesting spots. They can still fight this. You can see the North have hit the brakes so hard, they're just stuck. They're like, okay, let's just wait and see. We've got 57 seconds. Let's see if someone tries to make a play back to us to try and even up. If you're on team 7, you want it to be a 2-on-2, but you have to work for it. So now North have to be very cautious how they take this, because there's a lot of players very, very close by. And if JW makes noise, if he scopes in or out, they're going to hear it. So he has to kind of stay in these situations. Crims is on the flank, and now he's heard nothing. Nothing's gone past him, and JW's going to start getting an idea here.
JW's attention's going to be drawn towards the A side here, and Config is behind him inside toilets. Now, Config probably won't know he's there, because I really doubt we'll see Config go towards the outside, and he's not.
Yeah.
So JW won't be flanked by Config immediately here, so he might have the advantage. First shot comes in. Be JW, endangered species, who's trying to hang on for Crims, but Crims is a long way from getting towards his B side now and being very leisurely about it at that. Got only a bomb plant here, and Crims now with the
time
M4.
on that was down to the wire then. That was really close on the plant. And I think Crims was waiting on that in case maybe
Hoping.
that didn't come through. But it is there. He's got a flash and a nade to play this retake with. Let's look at those after plant positions as well from the T side. Magic's still pretty close to sight. And then Config going walkabouts. He's going to go all the way around, I can imagine. He's got the molly as well. And now Magic's not one that he'd want, but it doesn't matter. It does not connect as cleanly as Crims would have prayed for. Magic's closed down, and North have a nice kind of comeback into this map. It's starting to look a little bit good for Fnatic for some time, string together those rounds, but a good turn of events for North.
You also identified that North really put on the brakes about midway through that last round, and that bomb plant came very late. I actually don't mind to see this from North. I think it's better than them playing really slow and then just going hell for leather. At least it's in response to some kind of stimulus instead of... The way around seems to work. A slower speed of play if they need to, that's fine.
So let's see how this one plays out, because JW is already going looking for info. He's already down by short. He's had a walkabout by B. Seeing nothing. So maybe this is going to bolster the players on towards the A side. So Dennis, Olofmeister, and Flusher to be careful. And already Flusher's kind of just backed away from long. He doesn't fancy it. And he's going to hear these steps. He's going to hear everything here. Dennis has been overwhelmed, so now he isn't the last protocol. You still got Olofmeister on the flank, but he's the only one on the site, and this is a problem. If Flusher can't slow them down, do damage, do something, which he's doing now, may I add, there could be trouble afoot. Olofmeister's been found. The nade goes out. The Flusher! 2 big kills, and it allows time for Crims to come around and get the kill in the back, leaving Config in what is going to be an incredibly tough 1v2.
Life so long, Optimus there, Flusher, and getting 3 kills as well. It's pretty much a round win in itself. North spent so much time corralled just outside of toilets, not being allowed to enter the... Because for Crims to get involved.
Flusher then, you know, what a play. He buys the time. That's the thing that's so important about that. Is
15, 20 seconds was there.
You can't get